Archangel Michael says, "A storm of secrecy surrounds your name. Powerful figures whisper in hidden corridors, seeking to uncover what lies beneath your past." A rich family secretary, cloaked in authority, ran a background check on you for reasons yet unknown. The motives remain unseen, tangled in the shadows of influence. You were watched, examined, and evaluated without your knowledge. What they found, what they truly sought, has yet to be revealed to you. But something about your existence unsettled them. Perhaps it was your resilience, your spirit that refuses to break. Those who wield wealth and control fear those who cannot be bought. Type 333 to break free from unseen chains. Archangel Michael says, "You have walked through life unaware of silent eyes tracking your movements. Somewhere, a conversation took place, your name spoken in hushed tones. They searched for secrets but found something more, something they did not expect. There is something about you that transcends the material world. No amount of wealth can measure your worth." Their investigation turned into something far more than they intended. The rich and powerful expect to find weaknesses. They expect to find flaws, mistakes, or regrets they can use. But what happens when they find strength instead? Type 777 to stand firm in divine protection. The secretary's report landed on the desk of someone who thought they controlled everything. A family that moves behind the curtain, shaping events without anyone noticing, suddenly took interest in you. What did they see that made them pause? Your past does not define you, but it intrigued them. The moments you thought were insignificant were scrutinized. Yet, they could not find the flaw they hoped to use. They underestimated the unseen hand guiding your life. They believed their power could uncover all truths. But there are some things only the divine can reveal. Type 111 to invite blessings beyond human understanding. They wanted answers. They demanded explanations. But not everything can be found in a file. Their search led them deeper, forcing them to confront something beyond their grasp. The force behind your destiny is not one they can manipulate. It does not bow to wealth, nor does it yield to influence. They learned that some people cannot be controlled. Some souls are set apart. And you are one of them. Type 999 to align with your higher calling. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. The report was inconclusive. The secretary hesitated before handing it over. What was supposed to be a simple background check turned into a mystery. Every thread they pulled led to more questions. Each record revealed not just details of your life, but something they could not explain. The energy surrounding you defied logic. You are not ordinary. You never were. That is what unsettled them the most. Type 222 to claim your divine uniqueness. Whispers turned into silent unease. They expected a history they could predict, a narrative they could control. Instead, they found something unshakable. They never anticipated the divine hand shielding you. They never foresaw the forces protecting your path. Their power means nothing in the presence of something greater. They can watch. They can wonder. But they can never break what was meant to stand. Type 555 to declare your strength. The secretary was left with a choice. They could report back with uncertainty or dig deeper. But the deeper they looked, the less they understood. What they uncovered did not fit into their world of transactions and control. You are not someone who can be defined by a document. Your life is written in a script they cannot read. Some battles are fought in silence. Some victories are unseen. But they are no less real. Type 888 to walk in divine authority. Archangel Michael says, your name is not just a name. It carries weight beyond what they know. It holds power they cannot measure. They thought they could place you in a category. They thought they could define you. But how can they define what is beyond their reach? They can only observe. And in their observation, they will learn, some things are not meant to be controlled. Type 444 to embrace divine favor. Their wealth could not buy the understanding they sought. Their influence could not bend the truth. And so, they were left with a report full of facts but empty of real answers. You are more than they expected. You are more than they could explain. And that is why they will never truly understand. Their investigation may have ended. But their curiosity will never fade. Type 666 to walk boldly without fear. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. You were never meant to be ordinary. The forces that shield you do not answer to wealth or status. You walk in alignment with something higher. They learn that money cannot reveal every truth. That power cannot touch every destiny. And that some souls are meant to rise, no matter who watches. So let them wonder. Let them search. They will never find the limits they seek, because your path is limitless. Type 000 to embrace your boundless destiny. Archangel Michael says, even now, they cannot shake the mystery that surrounds you. Their investigation was supposed to be a mere formality, a simple glance into your past. But what they uncovered left them with more questions than answers. The secretary was thorough, combing through every detail, searching for cracks in your foundation. They expected to find something predictable, mistakes, weaknesses, anything they could use. Instead, they found resilience, strength, and something far more unsettling. It was not your history that unnerved them. It was your presence. It was the unshakable energy that refused to be contained in their reports. Type 1212 to claim your divine path. Their world is built on control. They have the means to shape narratives, to mold realities as they see fit. But you do not fit into their mold. They expected to close the file with a sense of satisfaction, knowing they had unraveled the mystery of you. But instead, they sat there staring at the pages, feeling the weight of something beyond them. For the first time, they encountered someone who could not be reduced to a summary, someone whose life was guided by unseen hands. They realized that their influence had limits. Type 1010 to stand firm in your divine protection. The secretary felt uneasy. They had done this job for years, had run countless background checks on people from every walk of life. Yet, something about your case felt different. It was as if there was a force shielding certain details, an invisible barrier they could not breach. No matter how deep they dug, they could not reach the essence of who you truly are. They did not know it, but they were encountering the divine protection that surrounds you. They were coming up against something greater than themselves. Type 3030 to embrace your unshakable faith. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. The report was delivered with hesitation. The powerful family that had ordered it expected concrete answers, expected to find what they were looking for. But what they received was something far more complex. It was not a dossier of weaknesses. It was not a list of vulnerabilities they could exploit. Instead, it was a reflection of something they could not grasp, something untouchable. For the first time, they encountered a force beyond their reach. They encountered someone who could not be bent, could not be shaped by their influence. Type 1414 to walk boldly in your calling. Archangel Michael says, "They know your name now. But they do not know your destiny. That is something even they cannot predict or control. Their wealth and power have always given them the illusion of superiority. But when they looked into your life, they saw something they could not buy, something they could not command. What they sought was leverage. What they found was an anomaly, someone who walks a path not dictated by human hands." Type 1717 to step fully into your purpose. Even now, their curiosity lingers. They tell themselves that they have moved on, that their search is complete. But something about you remains lodged in their minds. It is not fear that grips them, it is fascination. It is the realization that there are forces greater than money, greater than influence. And you are proof of that. You are proof that some things are beyond their control. Type 1919 to affirm your divine authority. The secretary, despite their professionalism, could not shake the feeling they had uncovered something sacred. They had peered into a life that carried a different kind of weight. They saw someone who was not defined by the past, but by the purpose ahead. They saw someone whose steps were guided, whose destiny was written long before any report could be filed. And so, they closed the file, knowing one thing for certain: you are not like the others. You never were. Type 2020 to claim the blessings that belong to you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. Your life is not an open book for them to read. It is not a story they can edit or rewrite. It is written by hands far greater than theirs. They watched. They analyzed. They tried to understand. But they never will, because your journey is not meant for their comprehension. Your path is sacred. Your purpose is divine. And no earthly power can change that. Type 2323 to walk in complete confidence. Archangel Michael says, "Their search has ended, but their wonder has not. They will speak of you in quiet circles, trying to piece together what they cannot explain. But you owe them no explanations. You do not exist to fit into their world. You were never meant to be one of them. You are set apart, walking a path designed by something far greater. And that is why they will always remember you. Not because of what they found, but because of what they could not." Type 2525 to embrace your undeniable uniqueness. You are beyond their reach. You always have been. And that is why they fear what they do not understand. Their influence stops where your purpose begins. Their power holds no sway over your calling. And though they may whisper your name in curiosity, they will never truly know your strength. Because your story is not written in their world. It is written in the heavens. Type 2727 to step into your divine destiny. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. They tried to study you. They tried to understand. But some things are beyond human comprehension. Your journey is not theirs to define. Your path is not theirs to dictate. You are guided, protected, and destined for far greater things. So let them wonder. Let them search. They will never find the answers they seek, because your purpose is beyond their reach. Type 3033 to embrace the full measure of your blessings. Archangel Michael says, their search may have ended, but the questions in their minds remain. They thought they could uncover every secret, expose every truth, but what they found instead was something beyond their understanding. You are not just another name in their files, you are a force they did not anticipate. Even as they close the report, there is hesitation. They expected something tangible, something they could use, but all they found was a presence they could not define. You do not fit into their world of numbers and influence, and that is what unsettles them the most. They do not realize that their investigation has only strengthened the forces around you. They may have searched for weaknesses, but instead, they bore witness to your divine protection. They saw that no matter how deep they looked, your spirit remained untouched. Type 3131 to claim the power of your divine presence. They have the means to control many things, but they cannot control you. They have learned how to bend people, to shape realities to their advantage, yet you remain unshaken. You walk with something that money cannot buy and power cannot command. They may have dismissed you at first. To them, you were just another individual, another file to examine. But the deeper they searched, the more they realized that you were different. And difference is what they fear. They fear what they cannot define. They fear what they cannot manipulate. Type 3232 to walk in fearless confidence. The secretary, though skilled in their work, found themselves pausing. There was something about your file that felt incomplete, not because information was missing, but because something greater was at play. They could not explain it, but they felt it. There is a presence around you, an unseen shield. They could not put it into words, but they knew they had stumbled upon something rare. You are not like the others they have investigated. You are set apart. This is why they cannot forget you. This is why your name lingers in their thoughts. They may never speak of it, but deep down, they know they encountered something divine. Type 3535 to affirm your divine uniqueness. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. Even now, in the halls of power, your name is remembered. Not because of what they found, but because of what they could not find. You are an anomaly in their world, an enigma that refuses to be categorized. They expected to uncover an ordinary life, but what they saw was something far greater. They saw resilience, purpose, and a spirit that could not be measured in records. You exist beyond the limits of their understanding. You are not bound by their expectations. You are not subject to their control. And that is why they will always wonder about you. Type 3737 to walk with divine purpose. Archangel Michael says, their influence stretches far and wide, but it cannot touch you. Their reach extends into many lives, but it stops short at yours. Because you are not governed by human authority, you are guided by a higher power. They wanted to know what made you different. They thought they could explain it with logic, with facts. But some things exist beyond the realm of reason. You were never meant to be understood by them. You were meant to walk a path they cannot follow. Type 3939 to embrace your sacred journey. Even if they never admit it, they saw the truth. They saw that no amount of wealth, no level of influence, can alter what has already been set in motion for you. They tried to define you, but they could not. You are not a person to be categorized. You are not someone who can be summed up in a report. You are chosen, protected, and destined for more. So let them search. Let them wonder. They will never truly grasp who you are. Type 4141 to step fully into your divine power. They do not know what to make of you. They expected to close the file and move on, but something lingers. You have left an imprint that cannot be erased. They may not understand, but they will never forget. They may never acknowledge it, but they know they encountered something rare. And that is why your name will always remain in their minds. You do not need their approval. You do not need their validation. You were meant for greater things. Type 4343 to claim the blessings that are already yours. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. Even if they never speak of it again, even if they pretend you were just another case, deep down, they know. They know they stumbled upon something beyond their control. They know they encountered someone protected by forces they cannot comprehend. This is why they will always be uneasy about you. Not because of what they found, but because of what they could not find. They thought they could uncover every detail, but there are some things that remain hidden by divine design. And so, they will move on, but they will never truly forget. Because people like you do not simply pass through this world unnoticed. Type 4545 to step boldly into your destiny. Archangel Michael says, there is nothing they can do to change what has already been written. No amount of power, no wealth, no status can alter the course of your divine journey. They may watch from afar, but they can never interfere. They thought they could understand. They thought they could define you. But all they did was confirm what was already known: you are beyond their reach. So walk with confidence. Walk with purpose. You are shielded, you are chosen, and no one can take that away from you. Type 4747 to declare your victory. They will never admit it, but they respect you. Even if they cannot explain why, even if they do not fully understand, they know you are different. And that difference commands attention. Your life is not meant to be understood by those who operate in shadows. Your path is not dictated by earthly power. You walk in a realm that they can never enter. And that is why they will always remember you. Type 5050 to affirm your divine calling. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. You are not just another person. You are not just another name. You are a force, a presence, a purpose in motion. They can search. They can question. But they will never truly know who you are. Because your destiny is not in their hands. It is written by something far greater. And nothing they do will ever change that. Type 5252 to claim your eternal blessings.